welcome to the Age of Aquarius, Chapter 2, Part 1. Alright. Because, we're kind of curious, alright? Why not ask the big questions? What's gonna happen? So, in the last chapter, we saw, this great divide. So, you kind of have to read from the perspective of, two happenings. There's two separate realities occurring at the same time, depending on which side of the fence you choose to stay on. So if you're not all caught up in the story, I will try to remember to link them. If I don't link them, they're in my channel. You could look it up. Age of Aquarius, Chapter 1, Part 1 through 3. Yes, I know words. English is not my first language, okay? Okay, so let's get cracking. Age of Aquarius, Chapter 2, Part 1. Now this is on a large scale. This is global. This is universal, actually. So let's see. Ace of Wands in reverse. I see people refusing a gift from the divine knowledge, right? The Ace of Wands is like that Promethean flame, like the gift of understanding. They're either denied that or they don't go for that. They don't reach for it. And then with the Justice card in reverse, it's kind of like, I feel like the divine sees that as injustice. Like, why would you not receive my gift? So it also kind of talks about this imbalance, right? This imbalance of power, this imbalance of structure. I would say if we're talking on a political scale, it would be talking about world leaders, or the beast of many heads, the corporate heads, the government, all that shit, the governments, all of it. It's just a beast of many heads, and you have to have a basic understanding if we're gonna have this talk, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. So yeah, chaos, because people just weren't taking that Promethean flame. They weren't at a state of understanding, right? I feel like this is kind of talking about where we were in the beginning, kind of giving us a little backstory, because it's kind of I would say the last year, that's kind of where we were at when the Age of Aquarius started. Six of Swords. Okay, then we have Lord of Earned Success. Okay, so let's clarify that. Why is this Six of Swords here? It's kind of I see this eyeball popping through the swords, and it's kind of seeing something. Okay, so with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's kind of an actualization, because the same imagery is actually in this card, right? You see the eye in both, and it's kind of that, it's really fucking fascinating, because one is saying that, there's something succeeded here, and in their success, right, in their whatever they were trying to do, they created a lot of strife, right, with this Four of Swords in reverse. And then we have Five of Wands in reverse, strife and conflict, right? So this could be as large as war, Like, because I'm seeing like somebody feels like they win something out of this strife and conflict, right? Like the media feeds us misery because they earn something from our misery. You know, they earn money from our misery, or you know, like political heads will go to war because there's money in war. You know, there's something to be gained through the conflict, through the strife, through the nonsense, really. And then the universe intervenes, right? The universe steps in and is like, what the fuck are you doing? It is time to, it's time to wake up. So, yeah, divine intervention, holy fuck. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And it says at the bottom here, Lord of Abandoned Success, right? So they abandoned whatever this endeavor was that they felt successful in. And we're going to find out why. It's like, okay, this is intense. It's like they back out of something here. Like they wanted to create a conflict. They wanted to do something really big here. And then it was like, the universe was like, what the fuck are you doing? Grow up. So let's clarify all this shit. Oh, should I use these ones? Oh, I'm gonna use these ones. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse. Justice. Six of Swords. Tower. Three of Cups. Alright, what about there we go. Okay. Alright. I feel like I opened fucking Pandora's box. I don't know if we're allowed to do this. Okay, so Ace of Wands in reverse is like they couldn't take this divine gift because they were at the Ten of Swords, right? Or until they got to the Ten of Swords, I would say. They had to feel defeated, right? They had to come to a feeling of like, all right, we done fucked up and now we don't know how to fix it, kind of energy. And so something ends here, you know, and I feel like it's kind of like the divine reaching out for them. I feel like it's kind of like, it just says a Lord of Ruin, you know, and it's like, it's that heavy energy of just like God removing its hand from that situation. And that's kind of scary. With the Justice in reverse, we have the Nine of Swords, and this, you know, this could be legislation. This could be the judicial system. Because, I mean, looking at the Justice card, we oftentimes refer to that as like a court card, right? So, and if we're thinking in terms of this, there's like injustice happening there, right? There's like an imbalance there. And then with the Nine of Swords, Lord of Despair and Cruelty, this could be in regards to shitty things that go on. Just for the sake of money and not taking personal accountability. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. See, where they felt successful at one point, there was like eye-opening here. People started noticing. People like caught on, right? And this resulted in a lot of like really negative shit that happened. I would say a lot of people got bad karma for this specifically. Their lives started falling apart. Their minds started falling apart. Yeah, with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's like, then it's, that's saying that there's no rest from strife. And then we have the blasted tower, right? And this is kind of saying, like, dude, not only did they, like, I don't know, I'm feeling, like, war vibes almost, or some sort of, like, battle here. But it's, like, something completely falls apart. And with this Five of Wands, right, this conflict that was created, something happened. Something happened on the civilian front, right? While all this stupid shit was going on behind the scenes, behind the curtains, something happened with the people they were trying to create conflict with. Ace of Cups. They started fighting with love, right? And I know that sounds cheesy as fuck, but it's true. They started helping each other on a community level. During the COVID outbreaks, where they were trying to create a divide in people, they actually made it more possible for people to have more time to communicate with one another and to actually spread like some sort of comfort and solace during these times. We've been able to help each other and all that. And it's like, it started like this whole new wave, right? The universe had intervened at this point because like so much bad shit, so much corrupt shit was just happening that it was like, we need to talk to the people. The only way to end corruption is not to go and exploit them, like whatever. People are gonna be what people are gonna be, but just don't be corrupt. Like if you feel that everybody, or any, because I don't feel that all politicians are corrupt. I've known enough people who ran for office to feel like safe in that knowledge. I feel like what happens is the system is old. It was meant for back when America had like a few thousand people, and now look at us. I feel like there's a lot of shit that happened, and globally, the people started kind of coming together, right? It kind of reminds me of the Big Bang, actually, how everything kind of flew off into seemingly entropy, right? Or into what was seemingly entropy, right? It just, like, goes off into everything. But because of the laws of gravitational forces, they're, like, even as they're exploding outward, they're still like energetically connected and attracting one another. So then structures can be built, which are like celestial bodies, like planets and space debris and all that shit, But yeah, anyway. The universe with the Three of Cups in reverse. This is kind of interesting. It's like the universe steps in and divides a little bit. Because like with the Three of Cups in reverse, that's typically like losing a friend or, cutting out old friendships or whatever. Maybe old alliances. And then because why? I want to know why. Sorry. Old alliances. What does that mean? The universe cut out old alliances. All I can think about is like World War II allies or something. I don't know. Damn. Okay. So, King of Wands in reverse tells me that this could actually be like a politician of sorts, right? And it's King of like lies, you know, in the reverse. The King of Wands in the reverse would mean like King of Lies, dishonest communication, right? And then the Devil card came out right here in reverse. And I feel like somebody here had an eye-opening experience. Somebody here had an experience that really fucking triggered them into a more humble position. It's like the universe stepped in and humbled this motherfucker. I don't know what they did. With the Three of Wands in reverse, I feel like it had to do with them discovering something. That was, you know, usually in the Three of Wands in any other deck, it's like a guy and there's two wands behind him, right? And I feel like that's kind of like two people or two energies doing things behind their back. And I feel like there was a discovery here. And it humbled this this King of Wands in reverse. It was like they were straight up in devil energy. Like all ego, all consumed by power and growth and expansion and stuff. And then it was like something pulled them down. They saw something. They witnessed something. Something that I don't think that they can talk about. Eight of Cups. Lord of Abandoned Success. Walking away from something. I would say, oh yeah, with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Tells me, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So whatever they had witnessed, this, because with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse, that's like the Queen of Lies. Like, they had to release this energy that was bringing corruption into their life, right? That was doing some really fucking shady shit. Who is this? Just wondering. Maybe we can narrow it down a little bit, right? High Priestess. Somebody who is like, maybe a spiritual leader? Like a pope or something? Two of Cups. They had, with the Death card, right? It kind of goes back to ending an alliance here. Discovering something and ending an alliance here. With Seven of Swords in reverse, they didn't have a choice. devil was in the house. That's what keeps coming. The devil was in the house. The king of lies. And they discovered that. Severed ties. They had no choice. Alright. What else does the universe want us to know before we close this circle out? We have the Hermit. It's saying that there's a lot of introspection that's needed. Maybe this person who had this discovery, let me pull these up for a sec. Maybe the person who had this discovery, they were fucking freaked out, I think, because they just go straight into hermit mode. They're like, they cut people out. They're like, no. Four of Wands in reverse, they couldn't focus at work. They couldn't focus on any tasks. Like, they were just, like, kind of fucking consumed by it. Queen of Swords in reverse, because that energy didn't want to cut them off. Like, it's still kind of, I think it's like, it could still be present in some way. Like, but they're trying to stay away from it, if that makes sense. With the Princess of Pentacles, it's like holding on to something, holding on to a secret. Nine of Wands. Because they're very powerful. Question, universe. What is power? What is it? Real power. This is the answer from the universe. Is the moon in reverse, being transparent, right? Being open and honest. And the Hierophant in reverse, knowing when to turn your back on a situation when something is not conducive to your spiritual health or whatever. It's having that maturity to walk away from something shitty. That's real power. Real power is not needing to be secretive and lying and hiding shit in the dark. The devil's in the house. Well, who's more powerful? You or the devil? I guess that's to be seen. I say you, but I'm sure they probably won't even watch this. Well, maybe. I don't know. But who's more powerful? I guess we're gonna find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Yes. I will see you. Namaste. I love you all. Catch you on the next one.